Hey, welcome. We're going to do some more math today. I hope you're ready. I hope you got your big thinking brains going on. I have got my headband on because I've been thinking about math so hard that I am breaking out into a sweat. So I've got the sweatband on. Today we are going to do the lesson 3.1. It is making groups that have more or fewer up to 10. So today we're going to be talking about the words more. We're going to be talking about the word fewer, which kind of leads into greater than, less than, that sort of thing. It's coming your way. We're talking about bigger numbers or smaller numbers. It's going to be coming your way in a little bit. First and foremost, I'm going to talk to you guys about what you need out of our student journal today. You are going to end up doing a page out of here, and that page is 41, and it's got a little pink kitty cat on the bottom. It's got a little pink kitty cat down here. It's page number 41. Go ahead and rip that page out with your parents, or have your parents or aunts or uncles or cousins or whoever helps you out with it, rip that out ahead of time. You're going to need that. You are also going to need either a pencil, a pen, or a crayon. You can pick whichever color you want. You can use different colors if you want. This is the page. It says 3.1 right there, so you're going to be using that today. Now, we got to get our brains stretched up. Like I said, I've been working hard. I'm sweating so hard. We need to do a little bit of brain stretching. So I got my calendar out, okay? So you guys have been counting like crazy while we've been doing math. You've been counting almost every day. We've been doing some jumping forward. We've been doing some jumping backwards. We've been going all different ways. We've done numbers that are just before. We've done numbers that are just after. We're going to talk a little bit about bigger numbers today. So far you've counted up to 10 a whole bunch of times. 10 is super critical. It's great to be able to count up to 10. That's how many fingers you have most of the time. So that's a great thing to start with. But guess what? We need to go bigger than that. Sometimes you got to count past your fingers, guys. So I got my calendar out. We're going to do a little bit of counting today. Just stretch our brains out a little bit. Okay, yeah. So I've also got my calendar out. I got a whole bunch of different numbers here. We're only going to go part of the way. We're not going to count all the numbers. I am going to point out a very special day because my birthday is coming up. I'm also going to tell you that I love Transformers. So when my birthday comes up, if you want to buy me Transformers, feel free. It's cool. You don't have to, but it's cool. Fine, go ahead. All right, so I got my numbers out here. I want you to count with me. I'll count. I want you to count with me because we've got to get past that 10 spot. What is the number after this? You got toes, you can use those, but if you can keep it up in your brain, you don't have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's the number after it? What do you think? Did you say that? Did you say that? Did you say that? I know you said that. You said 11, and 11 is right. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 is how high we're going to go today. I want you to keep practicing those numbers. Pull off your shoes. Count your toes if you need to, okay? If you need help with what number it is, ask your mom or dad or aunt or uncle or cousin. How do you count up to 20? I need some help. That's not a problem. My birthday is right here, so if you have a little extra work, if you want to figure out when my birthday is so you can buy me my Transformer and send it to me, that's totally fine. Whoever figures that out, you'll probably do really well in math from here on in. So that's our counting little warm-up. I hope you stretched out. All right, so next we're going to be talking about the words fewer and the words more. So I'll be right back with you. I got to get ready for it. I'm going to hide behind this thing, and then we'll talk. So I did a magic trick. I kept the same headband on, but I changed shirts. That was the magic trick that happened in between those two shots. So today we're talking about the ideas of more and fewer. We did a little bit of counting on our calendar. I want to show you guys some numbers over here so we can kind of talk about this idea of more and fewer a little bit better. I'm also going to get out my number track so we can talk about that a little bit in a second. Come on. So I got all my numbers up here. We talked about them last week. We're going to use them again today. I've got number 1 right here, and you see that I have one little dot right there. There's only 1 on the 1. This right here is kind of like drawing a little picture that means one thing. If I want to have more things than this one thing, I need to add some more. We say this one's going to be more. So we have 2 things here. There's 1, 2. There's still 1 here, but we add 1 more. So this is actually a little bit more. This right here is going to be a little bit fewer because I don't have 2 of them. There's 2 here, but there's still 1 there and 1 there. This one just has 1 more. The 1 has 1 fewer. There's nothing here, but there's definitely something there. If we go up to 3, we still have 1, 2, 3 here, but guess what? It also has a 1. There's a 1, there's a 1. There's 2, there's 2, but we added 1 more. If we want to have 1 fewer, we say fewer or less than, well, we could take away 1 of those, and then we still have 1, 2. If we want to have fewer than that, we cover up 2 of those, and now we just have the 1. So it's not a 3 anymore if I cover all that, it'd be a 1. So I want to show you guys the idea of more and fewer. Come with me, I want to show you a little bit. So you guys are going to have to come up with numbers that are more than other numbers or fewer than other numbers. So the headband is kind of here to help you with understanding the idea of more. So right now, how many things do I have on my head? If you said 1, you're right. I have 1 thing on my head. What happens if I put more things on my head? How many things do I have on my head now? I put more on my head, so now I have 1, 2. I have 1 more thing on my head than I did a minute ago. If I take it off, then I would have 1 fewer thing. So if I'm taking them away, we can say fewer or less than. But if I'm adding them, we say more or greater than. What if I add another thing? How many things do I have on my head now? I have 1, 2, 3 things on my head. Is that more than just 1? Absolutely. How many more is it? 1, 2 more. So if I put them back on, now, how many things do I have on my head now? I have 1, 2, 3, what else do I have? 4 things on my head. Do I still have more things than I did when I just had 1 thing on my head? I do. I have a lot more. I have 1, 2, 3 more things on my head. But I can also say, now that I've taken them all off, I have 1, 2, 3 fewer things on my head. Because originally I had 4. Now, let's see how many things I have on my head now. Now, how many things do I have on my head? Do I have more things on my head than I just did? Or do I have less things on my head than I just did? If you said less, you're right. If you said more, maybe you should go back and recount. Let's see how many things I have on my head. I started with 1, so how many more did I put on? 1, 2 more things, 3 more things, 4 more things, 5 more things, 6 more things, 7 more things, and I think that's it. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. Woo. I had 8 more things on my head. But guess what? Now that I have them all off, I have 8 less things on my head than I did a second ago when I looked like a crazy person. So when we say what is more or less, we want you to figure out where you're at right now. Right now I started with 1 thing. But when I start adding things on, then I can say how many more I added. If I start taking all those things off, I get to say how many less I have. So when you guys are working on your homework, your first step is going to be this. Here's your page that you're working on. In the middle here, you have a number. You have got to count to see how many you start with. So for our first one right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. It might help you to put a little number 6 right there. Now, if you guys made a number track like I did, this might help you out with this, because you need to find some numbers that are fewer than 6. So anything under 6 will be something you could draw right here. You're supposed to draw a number that's fewer than 6 right here. What would be less than 6? Think about where your number is on our number line. And if you guys don't have a number line like this, you can go back to this page right here. Anything fewer than 6 is going to be back this way. 5, is that less than 6? Is it fewer than 6? It sure is. Is 4 less than 6? Yes. Would you rather have $4 or $6? I'd rather have 6. 3 is also less than 6. So over here, you're going to put the numbers that are fewer. You're still going to do the 6 for this top part, but you need to have a number that's more. So if I'm on 6 right here, it says start at 6. Anything more is going to be over here. It's going to be a bigger number. So 7, is that more than 6? Yes, it is. Could you draw 7 things right here and be correct? Yes, you absolutely can. So over here on this side, you're going to look what numbers you have here. This is a number that's fewer. So this is 4. What's fewer than 4? Any of these. You're going to put those right there. Draw little circles. Over on this side, I want you guys to put something that is a number that is more or bigger than one of these. So this is 4. What's bigger than 4? Here's 4. If I put another one, do I have more? Sure do. I could put 5 right there. So I want you guys to fill this out. That's your homework for today, or your work for today. Check out if you can put a fewer number, a number that's fewer right here, and then a number that's more right here. Think about all the hats that I put on. If I start with 4 hats and I put on more hats, how many hats could I put on and still make it more? How many would I take off to make it less? That goes over here. So that's your work for the day. Do your best work, take a picture of it, send it to your teacher, and we'll see you on the next lesson. Have a good day.